Hey everyone, it's Teddy, aka James Kazao on MTGO, coming back to play some GRIXIS Control Legacy, and I have some pretty exciting news. Around the time of this recording, MTGGoldfish has reported that GRIXIS Control is the #1 control deck in Legacy, which maybe isn't saying much in the current meta since no one's playing control right now, and archetypes like Eldrazi and too many combo decks to keep a handle on are keeping control kind of out of the meta. Mostly it's still in Mycospawn though. So I think that puts Grixis Control in a really good position to interact, but not really go over the top. We're kind of like really on the precipice of being a control deck since we are sometimes playing tempo, sometimes playing mid-range, mostly playing control. But we really exist on that line where other control decks often go over the top of us, unless it's like Jeskai that are really leveraging white one-for-one removal spells. We can kind of exploit that with Baleful Strix and Orcish Bowmasters. But for the most part, your Sultai, Uro, Bant, 5-color Beanstalk tend to go over the top of us, and we need to get pretty aggressive in those matchups. But if all those decks are gone, we should be in a pretty good place to just interact and do our thing. That being said, after Psychic Frog got banned, or even before Psychic Frog got banned, I haven't really felt like I had a solve for the meta. Post-Modern Horizons 3, I don't think I've ever hit a solve. So I've just been messing around, playing cards like Stock Up. I can't really tell you why I'm playing one Reanimate in my deck right now. It just feels like a splashy card with a lot of utility, and I feel like playing it, and we'll see where it goes tonight. This is just a victory lap, I guess, celebrating the fact that we are finally the top control deck in Legacy for however long that is, for whatever reason. Anyways, if you want to support me, check out the Patreon. I got the link in the description. And if you can't do that, liking, commenting, and subscribing helps a lot. So let's hop in. We've won the die roll for round 1 here. This hand is perfectly fine. Starting with Thoughtseize in this deck is pretty handy. Even though I used to kind of prefer just a 1-in-1 split between the main board and the sideboard. But with combo being so prevalent these days, it does feel pretty good to have Thoughtseizes. Opponent took a mulligan to 6, so this feels even a little better. Oh. I don't think this is Grixis Control because I don't think Fatal Push really works in the main board of that deck. But a lot of people do it anyways, so, you know. It's more likely to be blue-black tempo. But the double Scalding Tarn is pretty interesting. I think we take Bowmasters pretty comfortably. It's the strongest card. If they want to force my Snap Thoughtseize, definitely free to do that. They're going to pass it back. Nice. It's a good card. We have to be a little careful to move it around the Fatal Push. But I have high hopes for Snapcaster Thoughtseize next turn. Undercity Sewers puts a card on top. That's kind of scary. What do you think it is? Guess we're about to find out. Ponder. No shuffle, and then no further action. Stock Up. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and do this. I had a feeling they would. Pitching Brazen Barber. It's another good exchange for us. And if we get Thoughtseized, unfortunately we're kind of entering into a phase where it'll be like one spell a turn, because our hand's full of really expensive spells. But it's not the worst. Another Glyph. I'm wondering if they shuffled away that Fatal Push. And I'm also wondering if they have a Daze. This is super punishing if I top deck a land. Yeah. Cling. can really mollify the threat of Nethergoyf. I'd much rather take 3. What if I could take even less, though? Okay, I have like every 3-drop in my hand. It's a little dangerous. We might lose with cards in our hand. Also, they brainstorm didn't shuffle. It's very alarming. Kolaghan's Command. I don't have any more 3-drops after this. This is getting a little ridiculous. I think they still have Fatal Push. It would make the most sense at this point. Just gonna, I guess, let them do stuff. I mean, not entirely. I have Kolaghan's Command and all that, but... Stone Rain doesn't hurt, though. Now I can count on them having Fatal Push. No Bowmasters. Might be able to burn down that Nethergoyf. Pretty curious what's in their hand. Might be more counter magic. Other thing, what if they can't generate Revolt? That seems unlikely. But it's kind of worth a shot. This counterspell? Logic Knot? Hardcast Days. I will pay. Huh, okay. Sewers is back. I don't have a ton more life total to work with here. Delver of Secrets as well. It's interesting. Yeah, this Nethergoyf really has to go. They're F6, okay, yeah. Gotta keep grinding. Wasteland. It's a good way to get Revolt. Make a blue. And pass. Alright. Yeah, how am I gonna get that Fatal Push out of the way? Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I'll just cast like Stock Up. Could take Force, blue card. I really don't want to force Fatal Push though. Doesn't make sense. But we should be in control of this game now. Just kind of have to go about ending it. That means I need to get Fatal Push out of the way. It's kind of ridiculous in a lot of ways. But I have tons of mana. Tons of cards. Tons of creatures. Okay, there's Fatal Push. 2 Fatal Push. I have to imagine this clears the way for Barragoyf. I'd be pretty shocked if it didn't. Shoot the Sheriff. Alright, fine. Glad they did that on that phase. Yeah, take Bowmasters. I guess I'll make another land drop too. This game has been ground out. Here's a Murktide Regent, which would be very scary, but I have Shieldred's Edict. And a Force of Will if I ever have to use it, but kind of trying to not ever use it. Okay, I don't think their last card is Daze. Cast Edict. Dispel, I guess, would be kind of scary here. But I don't think anyone really runs Dispel. Okay, great. Game 1 goes wonderful. Yeah, Reanimate seems pretty good here. So does Spell Bomb. Fatal Push, of course. Nether Goyf is kind of a hard card for us to beat, embarrassingly. I'm still waiting for people to think it's not that good, honestly. Which I don't know if will ever happen. Like, it seems to be working out for the people who are playing it. But you can always hope. You can always hope people think Nether Goyf is bad. I'm going to side out of Badlands. Because we can usually beat this deck with not a lot of resources. Force of Will is also not great. We're just trying to get them to spend their mana, beat the thing they're spending their mana on. That being said, if we're caught off guard by like a Barragoyf too early, it can be nice to have Force of Will. Unclear how many Barragoyfs they're running. I can trim a Thoughtseize as well. Then I think it's between Tamiyo, maybe Barragoyf. Like, we saw multiple Fatal Push. And since they saw Barragoyf towards the end... Oh, we also saw Shoot the Sheriff. Yeah, I think I'm going to side out Barragoyf. Kaito is more what we want in that slot. We'll throw this one back. Can work with this one. Put back a Ponder. We might not have red mana for a minute, but that's okay because Red Blast is usually reserved for cards like Murktide Regent. Nether Goyf is scary. Stock up. But yeah, this thing is probably going to deal quite a bit of damage. That's tricky. There's no land, but these cards are all really good. It's a little early for Snapcaster Mage. I also have more Ponders. Okay. If they don't succeed in really adding card types to the graveyard, we might even be able to ambush this Nether Goyf. But I'm sure they have an instant they can throw in there. Should not rely on that. But you never know. Alright, pass it back. I thought they were about to play Bowmasters. Which would be a pretty interesting time to expose. Okay, so Delver's in the yard. Probably can't ambush Nether Goyf. Because even adding an instant would make it a 3-4. I think I just have to take 2 here. Well, I guess I'm going to brainstorm. If they have Bowmasters, let's get them on the stack. Let's cast Force of Will. Oh, they're going to force back. Okay. I'm kind of okay with that. Our life total's definitely going to get beat up. We'll see if we lose for that. But it's a pretty good exchange for us considering we also have Bowmasters. We have a lot of Bowmasters. But they need to not have... What's it called? Daze or... really anything, honestly. Because we missed on land, which sucks. It'd be great if they brainstormed here. We seem a little flooded, honestly. Play Bowmasters. Hit your Bowmasters. Oh, wow. It's going to be one of those games. Block that army. I got one card left. We're so close to grinding this out, but we need to draw like Brazen Borrower or something like that. It's not looking good. And they probably will never cantrip before attacking. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, they seem like they're out of Bowmasters. I'm gonna block, but keep mine established in case they have like Ponder in hand. They have Thoughtseize. Okay. Well, yeah. My hand is not great. Bowmasters is a take that makes sense. Oh, that's a good draw. Get me out of here. Ooh, a land. Okay. So I guess I'd chump Nethergoyf, trade with the army ideally, figure it out from there. Oh, you're kidding me. That's probably the end for us. They came out way too hard with the aggro. So close. So close. Damn. The mulligan may have prevented us from getting the extra land we need to stabilize here. It could be like a million things. So they're leaving in their forces. That's good to know. I think I do want Baragorf on the play. And then one force should be fine. We don't really want too many. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. Nethergoyf kind of being our embarrassing weak point. It kind of reminds me how Endurance was kind of our embarrassing weak point as well, but Endurance never came down on turn 1, and also was never bigger than 3-4. Nethergoyf is most commonly 3-4, but sometimes it's a 4-5. This hand is good. Gotta look out for Wasteland, but they might even slide down on Wasteland after seeing what all went down, you know? Alright. Can't get basic Swamp here. Opponent mulligan to 6. That is a nice advantage for us. Delver. I guess I should see if I draw Bowmasters. Some people side down on days when they're on the draw. I'm gonna ditch the Spellbomb. I just need a land so badly here. Great. It'd also be nice to dodge Thoughtseize since Kaito is such an effective card in the matchup. Okay, they're gonna aggressively flip Delver. That's fine. And I'm guessing they're protecting it with Daze. They're trying to like clear Bowmasters here. What do they want to reveal? Force of Will? It's not in their hand yet. Bolt that. Oh, it is in their hand yet, and they're going to draw another one? Fascinating. They can still Red Blast it. So they have Force and what else? They have Nethergoyf. Is it Force blue card, do you think? I guess exile your land. It's kind of funny, but no, I have a land. And another bolt. That's cool. Maybe I just take a little bit more from Delver. Because I want to bolt Nethergoyf. I might never get the chance to again. And then I can K-Command this, but also maybe Pyroblast it if something goes wrong. Oh, they're F6'd. Damn, I should have K-commanded. I don't know if I'll be able to K-command another threat, you know? This feels like the only chance. But I hope taking 3 is not a disaster. Drawing all these lands is a little bit of a disaster, though. Alright, you discard, deal 2 there. Bowmasters. It's a little tough. Discarding force. Alright. Goodness. I was really banking on this red blast doing something. Now I just feel like I screwed up. Wow. Okay. Thank God this is still here. But I really need them to not find a removal spell. Or if it's like blue, you know? Definitely red blasting a cantrip. Okay, they hit land. Feeling pretty safe right now. Especially with that Force of Will. Let's see. They have 5 total power. Would they trade their whole board for Baraglyph? Is that even that crazy? It's really not all that crazy. I'm gonna see if they'll do it. Okay, they're gonna let me just kind of chew through their board. That's a deal. Okay, cool. Yeah. I guess it was really risky to try and block like that, though. Like, they don't really know it's in my hand. Even a removal spell could have made that block catastrophic. Cool. Starting out good. I haven't seen Reanimate yet. Kind of disappointed. Maybe next match. Welcome back for round number 2. I adjusted the formatting a little bit, so maybe my webcam is more over the box there. Opponent taking a mulligan. I think we also will. This hand just doesn't really do anything. I mean, it casts Reanimate and Lightning Bolt, but I think we can do something a little more functional. Shoot, that's a bummer. No landers are not keepable, even when they have a Force of Will. So I guess I'm going to 5, which this deck is kind of designed to not do. We're still stuck with a 1-lander, which is really rough. Definitely bottoming a couple 3-drops, and I guess it should be Narset, Nimble Obstructionist, and just kind of count on stock up to unmulligan us. Tamiyo can do that as well. That being said, I could also... Well, yeah, I think Force of Will is kind of important to stay alive here. Oh, it's a Scalding Tarn deck. Volcanic Island Ponder after a mulligan. It's probably Sneak and Show. If it's Sneak and Show, mulliganing to this hand really isn't all that crazy. They shuffle. Yeah, seems like Sneak and Show to me. This matchup is good, but you need to have the right tools. Otherwise it kind of falls apart. Play Tamiyo. Bobble? Oh crap. Oh no. Okay, but I think they're going to play a fetch land. This is actually Delver, it turns out. And I feel like we were in great danger of getting wastelanded for a moment. Well, that was scary. Okay, I really need that land. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Tamiyo should be able to avoid Lightning Bolt as well, thanks to Brainstorm. I like this position. Usually mulliganing against Delver down to 5 even is really rough. Seek the Beast. Kind of want to force a will. We'll have to deal with this Questing Druid at some point as well. All these cards are good, but yeah, I just feel like it's not going to go well if we let that resolve. There's the Wasteland. Wonder if I should Brainstorm. Could also just activate this clue token. That kind of, I don't know. It wouldn't be like crazy bad if they bolted Tamiyo, right? What am I going to do with the Tamiyo Planeswalker, though? Well, I could tick up. Doesn't seem so bad. Unholy Heat. Yeah, they have Delirium somehow. Snapcaster Mage back. Ponder. That was a fast Delirium. Because I forced the Questing Druid. Maybe I wasn't supposed to force Questing Druid, I don't know. If they flipped a land, they could have been tempted to not run out the Wasteland. But luckily I hit. I think I wouldn't mind playing around Daze. I don't think they have Daze. Yeah. Got there. Another 3-drop is kind of rough. But being ahead on board like this feels good. Now they're going to cast Preordain. Why not try and catch a Delver with Bowmasters? If they play Dragon's Rage Channeler, they're probably also going to remove Baleful Strix, since they'll have to attack with Dragon's Rage Channeler. One top, one bottom. There's Delver. Okay. Well, hope they don't have a Daze in there. Ah, they found a Daze. That's a bummer. Alright. Delver does not flip, though. I'm going to take one. There's a lot of draws that can, yeah, I'd rather trade for DRC, obviously, so. That land does not cast Narset, unfortunately. Or Brazen Borrower. Activate this clue. There we go. That's more like it. Bolt DRC. Cool. Ponder. Ponder could pretty easily find a way to get through this Strix. If they're also playing Unholy Heat. You know they have Lightning Bolt. I find it pretty hard to believe that they would shuffle a 3rd time with Ponder. But they do. I'm not taking 3. Even though Murktide Regent is mega scary. Yeah. Oh boy. Thoughtseize is such a bad draw. Yep. 2 life for peace of mind. I think we pretty clearly bounced this just to save 3 life. It's not good. Wasteland. I was waiting for another blue anyways. Cling is not bad. Can't really cash it out just yet though. And they're pretty healthily at 5 types over there. Alright. So what? Eventually I can ambush this? Not if they play another Wasteland. I can't surveil. Yeah, let's go for it. Ugh, man. Heartbreaker. I should have just gotten Volcanic Island. That was so dumb of me. Now I have to bend Lightning Bolt. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, if I can ambush DRC and then untap, slam Narset, they can draw a lot of things to make that go wrong. Petty Theft could be worse, I guess. Putting Delver in the graveyard? That's super interesting. Not sure I would do that. They can cast Brazen Borrower as well. We're pretty much dead. If this does not work... So they cast Brazen Borrower, attack me down to 1. And then if I get some sweet, sweet lifelink going, might be able to stabilize here. They could draw Lightning Bolt. They could draw a lot of things that would make this a problem. But let's just put them to that test. Well, going to my turn. Kaito. Do I flash that in? Not yet, I don't think. Hoping to return some Bowmasters here. Baleful Strix should do as well. Baleful Strix draw Bowmasters? That'd be cool. Not quite. I think it's good enough though. Man, that's the second time a top deck Baraggoyf has just bailed me out so hard. If they drew Bolt, I will lose. So I need to bounce one of these. Just has to be DRC. Also, if they drew Bolt, they might have just, you know... Okay. Bolted my Strix out of the way. I'm not sure what they're looking for now. Seems like resolved Baraggoyf is kind of a big problem for them. I bet I'll hit some Bowmasters this time on my Baraggoyf trigger, right? Play the land. Swing on out. Just another Strix. And that's enough for them. Yeah, pretty hard to fight through that. Wow. Baraggoyf really saving the day here. And if nothing else, I feel like this video should illustrate that our tempo matchup is good. And that's always been a good reason to pick GRIXIS Control. Since tempo is maybe the most classic legacy archetype, I don't know. Reanimate's a little dicey. We're not always going to have a lot of life total to work with, but it's a really splashy play. Even getting Bowmasters for 1 mana is pretty big. Reanimating their Dragon's Rage Channeler is sometimes really fun. Could definitely trim a Thoughtseize and Force of Will, Narset. Stock Up I'm on the fence about. Oh, we want Spellbound for sure. That's one we definitely want. Don't need Nimble for this matchup. It's not really the right matchup. I think I'm more comfortable cutting Tamiyo than Reanimate. Reanimate plays around Red and Blue Blast. Stock Up, I feel like you can find the right moment for it. And it should be pretty backbreaking in this matchup where, like, you're really trying to fight for whoever has more cards. If it is starting to seem really bad, though, I could see myself trading Tamiyo for Reanimate on the play. But yeah, that game had a lot of ups and downs. It initially felt like we were in danger of losing to Show and Tell on a Mold of 5. And then it seemed like I was going to get wastelanded out of the game. And then it seemed like I was going to get aggroed out of the game. This is the kind of matchup where I think a second Baragoyf would be really strong. Because if you just find your spot, although they also showed us in Holy Heat, they routinely put Artifact in the yard, but I'd have to put a Planeswalker in the yard for Baragoyf to survive on Holy Heat, which is not impossible. Alright, we gotta play real careful. This hand is really good, despite only having half a Force of Will. We have all three basics. Lightning Bolt for any threat that doesn't use the graveyard, and Spellbomb for all the threats that do. Even better. And we're going to play around Daze in perpetuity. Unless it seems like they're going to hit us for 3 right now, but I see no Mishra's Bauble. Or if they play Counterbalance. They better not do that. Okay, cool. I think we're in the clear. Land is not a super exciting draw, I'll admit. Might get them to wasteland me. Bolt that. Brainstorm. Binning a Daze. Does that mean they already have one? Is this going to be a double Daze? Put a card on top. That would leave them without any lands in play. Or maybe they're just trying to get a really fast Murktide Regent. Oh wow, okay. Still leaving that on top? Okay. Yeah, it might be hard for them to get Delirium next turn, so... We know they have 2 lands, 4 unknowns. One of them they wanted to draw. Okay, they might get Delirium, actually. I think they're looking at a creature right now. They have to decide if they want Delirium right now or, yeah, Questing Druid in the yard. That is kind of surprising. Alright, so they draw. Strix for me. I think they have a Red Blast. Bolt. Spellbomb. Activate. Yes. Well, they're all my lands. If I can, I'd like to hardcast Force of Will. I feel like that's a good way to reclaim some value out of a flood situation. I'm at 13. It's not like the most comfortable place to stabilize, but it's far from the worst. And I don't really want to run my Strix into a Red Blast. I can at least wait for them to tap low or something. Yep. Ponder. Oh man, I really don't want to draw another land. I guess it could be a Surveil though. It's hard to pass up that Edict. Bolt me. Well, now I'll cast Strix because they're tapped out of red. Put a card on top. It's a little concerning. Certainly they don't have their 4th days, right? Now I gotta draw that land, but it just seemed like such a good opportunity to get Strix in. Delver. So I'm probably hardcasting Force no matter what. Hopefully I don't have to Surveil first. No flip. Hopefully that means land. Because another threat would be kind of hard to work through. Yep. This is the point of the matchup. Just attrition. Lots and lots of attrition. This has got to be Murktide Regent, right? I'm almost certain they're going to Red Blast this. Yep, okay. You got it. Kind of running out of stuff, honestly. Keep the Bowmasters. Cast Edict. Pass it back. Yeah, if I can hardcast this other force too, I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. We're going to hold on to Bowmasters as well because it beats both DRC and, you know, the other one right now. That's fine. Beats DRC and Delver right now, of which we've seen 2 DRCs, but only 1 Delver. Bobble. Yeah, even with that Bobble trigger. Cannot be caught without a removal spell here. Brainstorm. Cast it. Now they're going to Brainstorm. Still not budging. People might think I'm crazy, but you really gotta be careful here. They could flash in Brazen Borrower. I'll definitely want a Bowmasters for that too. Ooh, beautiful. Okay. So much good stuff though. Like, what's the point of casting Stock Up right now, you know? Play Strix. And this is like the really golden part of the matchup where they don't have Red Blast to beat Strix on the stack. Delver. Ready for that one. Murktide. It's precarious to only have Strix in the way. I haven't seen any of my Red Blast though, so I'd be surprised if Stock Up didn't deliver me one here. Yeah. Take Kolaghan's Command as well. Looking good. Feeling pretty good here. Cantrips get punished. There's not a lot we can't deal with here. I wish I had Cling to Dust. I need to spend some of this mana. They might have, what's it called? Blue Blast? Land also makes a lot of sense. Okay. I think this should effectively be more than they can handle. Let's go 0. Getting the GGs. I do think this matchup is a little bit better than the prior tempo deck, solely because there's no Nethergoyf. There's no 1-drops that have kind of too much toughness, you know? Alright. Doing pretty good. It's match 3. And we are on the play. I mean, this is an Island Ponder Keep. If we curve out well enough, Bowmasters, Kaito, it's all pretty good. Yeah. Strix might be pretty good too. But I should probably prioritize a Ponder, right? It's hard to say. I mean, it's all technically in reach because of Brainstorm. Yeah, I'm curious to see what we're up against, first of all. The matchup is pretty important. Polluted Delta? Well, now I want, like, Thoughtseize kind of. I don't know. Sometimes there's nothing really too wrong with just resolving Baleful Strix here. But maybe... I'm going to Brainstorm, actually. Okay. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to go... Bolt Ponder, I think. Well, hold on. If Narset is like an absolute slam dunk, something I just need for the matchup, I'll try to not shuffle and pick it up. Same goes for Bolt. But probably more than likely I will shuffle those away. Hedge Maze. It's not a card you see in too many decks. Wasteland. Up the Beanstalk. Yeah, I think I want that Narset. Cast Ponder. Take Narset. Are they going to want to Wasteland me, though? Doesn't really seem like what they'd want to do. Wouldn't they want to, like, develop their mana a little bit? No, I guess not. Make a black. Time to resolve Bowmasters. That resolved. Lorien revealed. So it looks like Sultai Beanstalk, and they're going to push Bowmasters. This would be like a perfect time to top deck a land. Please. Damn it. Alright, play Strix. Maybe this will give me a land? No. Well, try and hang in there. Life from the loam. We'll never grind them out. Ponder. Yeah, I feel like they might have a force at this point, so resolving Narset might be difficult. But Ninjutsu and Kaito in, that's something I can definitely do. I feel like it's time for me to draw land. Damn straight. Still have to be off red though. Bounce Strix. Then we'll see if these pair of Force of Wills can get the job done. Who, reanimate? Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. Just kind of annoy the hell out of them with cheap spells. There's no way they want to dredge loam, right? Oh, interesting. Are they looking for Uro? Maybe they're looking for Uro. Brainstorm's good. I wonder if they shuffle their loam away at this point. Wasteland. This town ain't big enough. Targeting Kaito and Beanstalk. Pretty annoying. But at least I can try and counter it. Also, they need to destroy this army token somehow. I really don't want them to. I'm gonna fight. Days? Fuck off. Excuse my language, but goddamn, dude. Lame. Alright, well, I guess I'll just play Narset, right? Now they have a force. How do you like that? Take Lorien Revealed, I think. Well, they might have Bowmasters is the thing. I am going to ask them to do that proactively, though. Reanimate Bowmasters. I know they have a land and Beanstalk in hand. Beanstalk is not good into Narset. And they did try to force Narset. They definitely don't have another Daze. They would have done that for certain. And they did not shuffle away Loam, so that's still in the mix. Oh yeah, I should have been keeping track of that as well. They probably have just tons of lands in their hand, right? Just like millions. Okay. See if attack works. Because they almost certainly play Bowmasters, right? Attack does work. Well, now I don't really know what to do. Take Cling to Dust. Cling your Loam. There's the Bowmasters. Damn, they were so disciplined. And they're going after Narset, though, not my Bowmasters. Which means their life total is kind of precarious right now. Do I want to just try and bolt them? Kind of do. Nimble. So we know they have 3 lands up the Beanstalk, and then 3 unknown cards. Mystic Sanctuary for what? Fatal Push, probably? Yep. Narset. Pretty annoying. I feel like I'm not going to lose track, though. Like, think I still want to try and attack them. I feel like with a little help from Nimble Obstructionist, it's possible. If I'm just using Cling as my draw engine anyways. Just might get a little out of control. Sure. Alright, we'll go ahead and Cling Lorien Revealed here. Damn. Not good. Murderous Cut. I feel like I screwed this up somewhere. Now they'll draw a card when Nimble Obstructionist gets attacked. So maybe I just don't let that happen. Doesn't matter though. Because of frickin' Narset. What a headache. Storm Chaser's talent. That's cool. I feel like I screwed this up somehow. I don't know how, but I feel like I did. Brazen Barber. I mean, we got beaters in the air. If they tap out for some crazy reason, I don't think they will, but if they do, we might be able to do this. Maybe they just want to level this up. Yeah, what do they want to target? This town? I'll Cling. Why not, right? Thoughtseize. Not sure how good that'll be. Another up the beanstalk, huh? Definitely can't give them any targets for Murderous Cut. That would be a disaster. Which means I need to win with lightning bolts. Doesn't seem impossible. Fuck this. They always have days when I don't want them to. So somehow they have Murderous Cut, days, and actually I don't know if they still have all the lands they return to their hand with what's it called? Life from the Low, maybe not. I'm not even sure anymore. Strix. Thoughtseize you. And they have Force of Will. All these cards trigger up the beanstalk twice, so I feel like I just need to find my bolts. It's getting a little ridiculous here. Not sure when I got so dire. Another Thoughtseize. Come on, deck. I'm halfway through. I should have seen another bolt by now. And one Kolaghan's Command. We should be done with this. They pick up that force. I'm afraid we might be done. Felt so in control at some point. This really fell apart. Really fell apart. And they're tapped mega low. They pay 1 life for Force of Will. Attack me down to 3. Baraglyph. I guess I'll just flood the board with stuff, right? Thoughtseize. What do I take? Neither choice is very appealing, is it? I was hoping to find more lightning bolts by this point. This would have been the perfect opportunity. They have another force. Do they have a way through this? Not yet, it doesn't seem like. Oh, that'll do it. Alright. Another good example of losing to Daze. I'll never understand Daze, unfortunately. I don't know anything about it. I like Agent because it has Flash. Yeah, Price Progress would have been great there. Trim a Force. They have very few cards we need to address, but we do really need to address them when they show up. Baraglyph, land. Sometimes I cut 2 lands against these kind of decks. Nimble Obstructionist. Bolt, even though I would have killed for 1 there. How many Narsets do they play, I wonder? It can't be that many. We also want to make Fatal Push pretty bad, so we really are trying to win with price, aren't we? We'll make like 1 million land drops and then just kind of got to go for it. Narset's good. I'm definitely not conceding any resources here. But we also need to play around Wasteland, so tough balance here. Definitely take all the lands. Forcing through a Narset, though, while playing around Daze, seems kind of good. But also if they wait to activate Misty Rainforest, they don't, but if they did, put a card on top. That is not good. What is it? Brainstorm? Oh, I don't mind that so much. Because they're not going to shuffle yet. But you can see already, they're making a lot of non-basic land drops. Veil Summer? Off the bat? Why? What are they going to resolve? Am I going to get comboed? Oh, that had to have been an accident, right? Maybe they were just seeing if I would bite? Or maybe they were going to go to discard. Yeah, it seems more likely. Alright, well. Anyways. Play Narset. Force back. Grab Thoughtseize. And I guess I'm exposing my red source here. Concession. Okay. I was hoping to see some secret tech. Do I get to? Or did it not resolve in time? Lame. Don't get to see. Alright, well that was fast. It's never going to be that easy ever again. They didn't get to see Opposition Agent. I think I like being threat dense. And then Lightning Bolt, I think, is one of the less impactful ones here. Be threat dense, and then also, I don't know if I can go lower than 3 forces. Although traditionally I haven't actually fought that hard over Beanstalk and Sultai, but this was before they started playing like This Town Ain't Big Enough and a bunch of other random stuff. It used to just be like Murktides, Lore Intervealeds, and Force of Wills that would trigger Beanstalk. Now it is a lot more stuff. Beanstalk is so much more dangerous now. It's a little controversial, but you could side out a Ponder. I think it's going to be Thoughtseize. I think this could get really grindy. I mean, you saw how heartbreaking it was to draw 2 Thoughtseizes in the late game, in game 1. It's just going to be amplified. Hoping for a good opening hand here. If they mulligan, I will, but they don't, so I need to really leverage these resources. Underground Sea, go. Alright. I'll probably just draw land anyways. Told you. Okay. Told you. Maybe I'll draw another one. Yeah. Damn. Damn, boy. Damn, boy. What do I do, though? I think hold up Red Blast. I want a Red Blast in Narset. Although if they Bowmasters on the end step, I'm just going to Brainstorm. It's just a Surveil. It's not a Bowmasters. And they've been This Town Ain't Big Enough. Kind of makes sense. Still nothing. It's kind of confounding in a way. Baragoyf. Bayou Groff. I don't know when I'm going to have the chance to do that. Seems like they want me to make the first move and get into like a big counter war and have the last say with Veil Summer or something crazy like that. I'll let you Bowmaster me. You don't even take though. I think I shuffle away Bayou Groff and a Lightning Bolt. Maybe also Edict though. Yeah, I think Edict. Well, maybe not. Because I don't want Murktide Regent to bust this open. That would be embarrassing. Hitting my land drops is not the worst. If we're just going to stare at each other. Wasteland is fine. I'll make a red. Sculpt again. I'm trying to start this fight. They just don't want to. Yeah, they don't care at all. Could wear them down with like Kolaghan's Command. Which I guess means no shuffle this time. Maybe even draw Strix, I don't know. That's a good way to start a Bowmaster Mirror. Don't hate it. The more protracted and crazy this gets, the more likely Price of Progress can win it. It's getting pretty wild. Play opposition agent. Fatal push. Well, that was anticlimactic. This must be Murktide. Yep. Okay, it's working. Now I play Strix. They probably play Bowmasters. Just getting things out in the open, you know? Still no. Man, they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. Maybe they're stuck with like dazes. Force pitch this town. And now do they push Strix? Ooh, Narset. If you held onto a daze, you're a complete sicko. Okay. Whew. Thank God for that. I was worried that they were a complete sicko. They thought about attacking. I mean, if I found Kaito here... Yeah. Sculpting is good. Alright. We're in there. I'm gonna see if this resolves before I decide what to do with Kaito. It does resolve. Yeah, sure. Have I played a land yet? I have not. Reanimate. It's not awful, but I was kind of hoping for force. I called the shot on Kaito. I was hoping to also just call the shot on Strix. I mean, Force of Will. I should have tapped down Murktide. That was so cavalier. But I really feel like I've ground this out. Oh. It will have been a really good exchange. Regardless. If they take out Strix and attack Kaito. Like, that all would have been great. But I hope it doesn't happen. Yeah, it's bad. I mean, I just got greedy. I started looking for Price of Progress to just end the game when it wasn't even necessary. Storm Chaser's talent. They have a pretty big board all of a sudden, huh? Haven't given up. I still really want to find Price. It's not to be. I don't think Thoughtseize will be that good. What will they get back if they take that to level 2, I wonder? Carpet of Flowers, wow. It's a ton of mana. But I mean, mana's not the gate. They can have all the mana they want, honestly. I'll trade for that. Okay. Oh shit, they have something to do? Oh yeah, duh. Damn. That's actually pretty good. But is Force really that good right now? They probably don't want the cantrips, that's for sure. Just gonna bolt the Otter, I guess, right now. Why not? Why not bolt the Otter? So they took out Brainstorm, but yeah, they don't want to use it yet. I'm gonna shuffle. I just really want price. I'd like to end the game, please. I'm getting tunnel vision. I'll take Kolaghan's command as well, though. I don't think that can happen. That's just a little too much. A little too much value. Ooh. That's a bittersweet victory. They spent a lot of mana and really didn't want to bounce either of these, understandably. And that's a new carpet. It's a new carpet, everyone. And I'm drawing Kolaghan's command. I can run them out of cards. Whatever they put on top. I know they have a Brainstorm. Oh, they actually want that? I don't know if I'd want that. Man, they're not making this easy. Now they're getting Force of Will. Okay. Bolt you. Alright. Get Strix. You discard. They're gonna force. Get Strix, deal 2. Smash for 3. Maybe next turn. Maybe next turn. This shit's gonna grind me out. I just really want the frickin'... Wait, hold on. Doesn't that reset it? I guess they get an otter out of it, but I feel like I'd want to hold on to that once I got to level 3. Seems really good. Alright. Got half of the cards out of my deck, pretty much. I just really want... Price of Progress. I feel like it shouldn't be that hard to find at this point. I've looked really hard. Force of Will. Can probably break something up. But you know it'd be really great if I just drew price off the top. Bowmasters, it's not bad. Do I really need to counter this town? Just want to saw through these otters. Gotta overrun them. So interestingly, they've kind of given up on... Oh, also I tapped wrong, because now they can bounce one of my Bowmasters. At what point do they need to draw cards, though? At what point is this engine, like, disruptible, you know? Not to mention Strix can attack in the air in the meantime. But this is something of a hard lock. They just can't really draw cards, you know? They're at 3. I've already used both my bolts, but I could, you know, just draw Draw the big one. So I guess I could break this up if I countered some part of that equation. Or I could just brainstorm and hit price. No, of course not. I'm losing my shit right now. Maybe Cling to Dust is good enough, though. Play Narset. Take, yeah, Cling. Swing for one. Where is Price of Progress? I'm really starting to wonder. Target. Alright, Cling that. Tameo. That's actually kind of scary too. Block one. I just want the card. They're already unincentivized to draw extra cards, so I don't really feel like Narset's doing all that much, to be honest. Fuck that. Alright, if I can't find price now, I will lose my mind. Reanimate. This is killing me. It's good enough, though. I'm just sad I couldn't use price, but it's good enough. Well, that was crazy. I feel like I stopped narrating towards the end because I also was seeing that my clock was getting kind of low, so I apologize for that if it was just terrible content. But hopefully the match spoke for itself. That was an insane game against Bug Beanstalk, which has evolved to incorporate tech from Standard, like Storm Chaser's talent. Yeah, I feel like I probably should have not played so aggressively and not shuffled when I saw that Red Blast. I could have Red Blasted Storm Chaser's talent way, way back when, and I didn't address that because I just became so locked in. I probably looked like a crazy person, but I wanted to deliver that win for y'all, and I also can't believe I never saw Price of Progress. My deck is like mostly Price of Progress now. There's 24 cards left and 2 of them in there, right? I'm not going crazy. Yeah, we just never saw it. I don't think we even like shuffled them away during a early game cantrip or anything. Crazy stuff. Alright. But I'm glad Reanimate came in for the ending blow there. Whew. Welcome back for round number 4. It's the next day. I like this hand quite a bit. It's like fairly proactive despite being GRIXIS control. We have Tameo Brainstorm, Force of Will into an opponent who's mulliganing. Tundra. It's not a bad draw. Tundra like usually means Swords to Plowshares or something like that. I think I'm going to not play Tameo until I can also Brainstorm. If I can get them to like blank a Swords or even Force of Will, a Brainstorm, something crazy like that. I also want to watch out for Stifle. Stifle Knot is traditionally a blue-white X deck. Yeah, they're not budging. This is a strange progression. I'm still gonna sit back here. Ah, Bant colors. Probably Breakfast then. If that's the case, I'm not going to play around Stifle any longer. They're going to go ahead and Brainstorm, that's fine. That also makes me feel like maybe Tameo's the pitch. If I'm not the person asking questions here, I don't know if I want to play a Tameo. I'll take the blue card though. Also, one of the worst things you can do against breakfast is turn on their Swords to Plowshares. Okay, the black mon is weird. Is this 4-color control? Hmm. I might be able to draw out some Bowmasters if I brainstorm, though. I would like to know what's going on. Okay, yeah, this is some kind of like 5-color, probably Beanstalk. Another Beanstalk. It's crazy how control has gone from the meta for so long, and then back-to-back Beanstalk matchups. This will not be easy. See, I think Tameo and Bolt need to go. Grab my land drop. Send it back. Actually, seems like a fine time to resolve Baleful Strix. They mulliganed. We can kind of get up in this exchange. I'm assuming Leyline Binding is part of the plan here. No Yorion, though. It's pretty interesting. Okay, Broadside Bombardiers. I was not expecting that one. That one's fine. Yeah, I'm not gonna interact. Bombardiers is so strange. What does that mean? Okay, we're flooding a bit. Get him. Played around Spell Pierce. Force of Will. Alright, I feel like we're grinding them out. I'm not going to fight over that. Snapcaster K-Command will be pretty good next turn. This attack is fine. I don't want that to resolve. I'm going to see if they interact with Bowmasters here, because I can put the hurt on. But what if they have Spell Pierce? Would that be like entirely insane? Kind of would be. So let's do this first. Pitch that Ponder. Okay, no argument. Sign of Draco. Oh, wow. How the fuck did I miss that? Oh my god. I was just like, oh yeah, K-Command, Shatter Scion, Shock Bombardiers. Holy fucking shit. Alright, some kind of domain deck. Maybe I should have kept playing last night. God, that messed me up. Man, that really fucked me up. I don't even know why I kept this hand. It's like completely catatonic. Okay, can I even like really trust myself to play right now? If I'm gonna do shit like that? Okay. Cast Ponder. I think I'll shuffle that. Do they still have that other leyline, do you think? I don't know if they have Bowmasters anymore. I'm honestly not sure. I'm gonna try and do this. Price of Progress, not getting paid out just yet. The problem with trying to play stock up is that I don't have a good follow-up. It's a pretty high priority hit for, you know, something following it. I think I'll take that Force, though. Worry about a land drop next turn. Just went entirely catatonic. Yep. Bolt that. They're not going to throw a Scion of Draco at me again. I should have brought in Red Blast. Just entirely lost my mind there. Okay, let's cost stock up here. Cast stock up. They have a Red Blast. Yep. Then Ponder. Push 1 damage. They'll make a clue. Leyline Binding. This is the kind of thing you want Nimble Obstructionist for. I don't have anything worth that much, you know, like, but the nickel and diming is going to add up. Since price is what we're shooting for here. Shit. Don't want that land. I'll just keep hitting. Play Strix. Well, if they have Bombardier's Scion, I guess I could cling into a blue card for Force. And if they turn that Flooded Strand into a non-basic land, I think we can get them. They do. Force backup would be nice, though. Shit, they probably have force backup now. Sign of Draco. So now they do need Force of Will. I should get another red source. Even though it hurts a little bit with Price of Progress. Okay, now we have Force backup. They would need Force. Edict is not a bad plan B. Okay. They dome us for 14. We crack back with a dome for 8. Oh man. Just fucking lost my mind. Gotta get back into this. This is like the most dramatic this channel has ever been. Jesus Christ. Are they gonna play around price? Can they play around price? Do they have more basics than just island and plains? Seems like impossible for this deck to function with that many basics. Because if you don't have a leyline in your opening hand, wouldn't your mana just be a complete nightmare? We do want Red Blast though. That part was a huge oversight. And yeah, leyline binding can do without some of these. I think Reanimate can go. Though it would be fun to take Bombardiers. Card Wreaks Havoc. Thoughtseize. Jesus Christ, man. And then Bombardiers does seem pretty big for this plan, huh? Can I swap a price for a Lightning Bolt and be okay with it? Or is cheesing really the only way we can beat a deck that goes so over the top of us? Are they even really going that over the top of us, though? Kind of. Not really, but kind of. Like, they are a Beanstalk deck. But they're using their Beanstalk for, like, Sign of Draco and Broadside Bombardiers. They have Tameo. Yeah, Lightning Bolt seems pretty good. I don't know. Hope that's not wrong. They're going to play around it after losing to it. I think that's just a guarantee. They're keeping 7. This hand is good. It has Narset. They have no leyline. What does that mean for their mana? It means they have to get Xander's Lounge. Okay. Thoughtseize you. Noxious Revival. Well, looks like they're getting a Beanstalk no matter what. It's card disadvantage, but it's kind of card advantage in the long run, isn't it? Alternatively, I can take Leyland Binding and plan to fight Beanstalk with Narset. But it's kind of a good exchange even when Narset is out, you know? We also don't have a blue card, but I could take Force. I don't know. This hand is pretty good, considering I can't counter their Beanstalk. It'd be a disaster if they forced my Narset with a Beanstalk out. This is such a hard choice. Let's take Beanstalk. If they at all wait. No, they don't. This is such interesting tech. It's card disadvantage, but like it will become card advantage eventually. If like they even like spike a blue card with up the Beanstalks unexplainable ETB trigger. I don't know. It's gonna be a price of progress game, baby. Put back sewers and they're all pretty good. I should probably put one of the 3-drops back. Don't want to, but I should. That beanstalk being resolved is a disaster. Alright, how about stock up? Cast Cling. Edict is not bad. How likely is it that they hit a blue card? Probably pretty likely. I think I'm just going to try and beat down. Like, if they want to spend their resources on Brazen Borrower, I'm okay with that. They fetch down to 16. 2 hits with Brazen Borrower puts them at 10. That's just 2 more land drops. And in the meantime, they're like fighting over Narset and stuff like that. Oh, there's a basic land. That is kind of a bummer. Run this out. Do they get basic planes here? Yeah, they do. I'm sure they have a blue card for force by now. Just gotta work on wearing them down. Yeah, that's pretty effective at doing so. Cast Brainstorm. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of hurt. Maybe Narset's not really the way anymore. Just gotta overload them, bolt them, and then maybe they'll force along the way and Price will take them out. I don't know. I suppose I should do this before they can hardcast Force of Will, though. They have a Brainstorm. Yep. Just gotta work through it. Ponder. I guess if I'm waiting on Narset, that also plays around what's it called? Red Blast? Could use a land though. Yeah. Alright, they're at 13. Are they even going to play more lands? More Beanstalk. This is killing me. This is actually killing me. How many of these can they possibly have, though? Carpet of Flowers. I'm hoping they just have so many lands in hand, and they're too afraid to play them out. Just no action. Leyline of the Guild Pact. Do I care about that? Not really. Kind of makes everything red blastable, doesn't it? kind of dangerous for them to leyline binding this. So I feel like playing Narset will turn on a red blast, so I can't really afford to do that, unfortunately. I'm almost certain they have some red blasts. I have lethal in hand, but it's not protected by Pyroblast because I'm short a red source. So I'll just hit for 3. Brainstorm. It's not time yet. They have too much mana. Even though destroying Leyline Binding in response would have been pretty funny. I think I need to bolt them, see if they budge. Tamio cannot flip this turn either. Alternatively, I can just draw with Cling. Because this all happens anyways if I just get a third red source. Leyline Binding. Definitely a lot of cards in hand. There's my red source. There's stock up. I think that turns on what I don't want to turn on though. Play price. Leyline Binding to draw 2. I think that's a good sign. Alright. Counter that. Hope you don't draw another one, I guess. Wow. Oh man, I shouldn't even have dropped the first one. I think that was the most dramatic this channel has ever been. I just like went completely catatonic and lost my damn mind. I had the force. All I had to do was force the Scion, and they wouldn't have thrown it at me. Alright. Maybe I don't deserve it, but we're up for a trophy. Let's do it. Here we go. For the trophy. Gotta mulligan the Snowlander. This hand is strange. I'm gonna keep it in bottom Baleful Strix. Even though it's a good card to unmulligan yourself. Maybe we shouldn't rely on getting black mana immediately. No, that being said, it's like if I bottom Strix, this hand becomes very self-contained, you know? But is that even really a good thing? Lightning Bolt's probably the most situational card. This is a tough one. I'm gonna go with my gut though. It's important to not get too wrapped up in things when you're playing for a trophy, you know? Basic Island. What is Basic Island up to? I mean, Narset's probably going to be pretty good against Basic Island, right? Except there's no second blue source here. This is absurd. Shuffle. Yeah. This is going not so great so far. End of turn Brainstorm, you got it. Scalding Tarn. Well, I'm quite curious what's going on over there. Bowmasters. Pass it back. I have no clue what we look like right now. Sneak and show, I guess. I'm sure we look pretty strange. You probably know what they're up to in a moment here. Thundering Falls, I'm gonna guess show and tell, which is a pretty swingy matchup and pretty scary. Lorien revealed for another Thundering Falls. We're not applying pressure fast enough here. Ponder. They don't shuffle. There's a Lotus Petal. And another one. We know they have Thundering Falls. There it is. So if they have show and tell and fire it right now, are their last two cards really forced blue card? Card goes back on top. Oh man, this is scary. Maybe Brainstorm will give me like 2 Force of Wills. Not even close. Not even a black source. This is a disgrace. We'll bolt them. See if that prompts any kind of interaction. It does not. Alright, cast Ponder. Shuffle. Boy, this is scary. I'm fully expecting to get like sneak attacked next turn. If they have to sculpt for one more turn and Bowmaster starts applying pressure, maybe something will happen. I'm not really sure. Yeah, the odds are not great. There's show and tell. Put in Baragoyf. They put in Atraxa. That's pretty good. What does it flip? Sneak attack. Yeah. Pretty strong. So they could resolve sneak attack this turn if they really wanted. They took City of Traders. They don't. They took Emrakul and stock up. Three unknowns over there? So much. I wonder if they had blocked Baragoyf. Well, I mean, that's pretty good, getting a daze out of them. Don't hate that. Baleful Strix. It's not going to matter with that Annihilator trigger. Alright, we'll see if they block. Don't think they will, but you never know. Oh, they do, okay. So there's problem solved number 1. Now I need to find a way to beat that sneak attack somehow. Could be like Thoughtseize, I guess. Reanimate. Okay. Things just got pretty weird. So if I put Narset and Strix on top, I can guarantee like Artifact and Planeswalker. They had Force of Will. Okay, so we pretty much lose effectively, unfortunately. They'll have an active sneak attack. Sad to lose game one here, but we were really fighting just to even do anything, it feels like. Not how I want to start my trophy round. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we'll survive this hit. Or will we? Yeah, I'll look at more of this deck. Just looks like a stock up sneak and show pile. Because it really does feel like, do they have it? Yes or no? And then, do I have what it takes to stop it? Yes or no? It's not as condensed as like Oops All Spells, but it's not far off. They might bring in Defense Grid, but in general, Kolaghan's command can be a little slow. I do want to leave and reanimate. I think it's funny. And honestly, not horrible. And I do feel a little better that they had Force of Will anyways. It wouldn't have mattered all that much. They just had a really strong hand. Got the basic mountain. It's pretty detrimental to us that game. One more cut. Should probably be Kaito. It doesn't feel correct right now. Baleful Strix. Ah, crap. Mulligan. Opponent's also taking a mulligan, though. That's nice. Bottom... Yeah, bottom Badlands. Alright, send it back. I'm gonna brainstorm now. You don't often have luxury for much in this matchup. Surgical Pyroblast. Okay. It's not a bad start when we're putting together our defense here. Surveil. Bowmasters? Yeah, I'll take it. Got to apply pressure. Unfortunately, we're pretty soft to sneak attack right now. And they surveilled to the top. It's not good. Not good at all. Play Bowmasters. I'm going to try really hard to stay above 15 here. Okay, that brainstorm is not a surprise. So I can, if they do sneak attack and I can sign the Annihilator trigger, it's not impossible to make it through. Double red blast, but only one red source. I guess if things get spread out more, could be okay. Well, there's show and tell. Red blast. Grafdigger's Cage. Well, I'm glad they brought that in. My reanimate will look kind of silly, but let's pause and kind of make them think that I care about this. Extract that. They have sneak attack in their hand. Shit. So I can red blast, stock up, and then consign replicate the Atraxa trigger, but that doesn't change the fact that they'll just have a sneak attack out. We're in dire straits here. Force of Will. That was a good draw. But I mean, like, if they top deck a land, could kind of buy a turn. But I kind of want it out in the open, right? Is that even true? I just feel like forcing into this red blast is such a bad idea. So I have no backup. I don't have red up right now, so they have Pyroblast and Stock up in hand. At the same time, though, if they force through this trigger, it could be a lot of trouble, so let's do this. Although I could have red blasted, I guess. I guess that would have been a fine use for red blast. I think I need to save the red blast for stock up. It's like way too dangerous. Well, change of plans, I guess. Petty theft your cage. Reanimate your Atraxa. Land, force, Kaito, nimble, ponder. Can't cast Edict this turn anyways. I need them to miss on kind of a lot. But if I can red blast stock up and they don't top deck a monster, it's kind of what we're hoping for. Alright, I'll respond to that with a red blast. I know they have Grafdigger's Cage as well. Ponder? I don't think I can let that resolve either. It's too dangerous. Red blast my Atraxa. Am I supposed to fight over that too, I wonder? Being at 3 is pretty bad, isn't it? Alright. Really relying on Nimble Obstructionist here. Not a great draw. Do I even play it? Yeah, I think so. Pass it back. Cage. Play Brazen Borrower. Okay, I don't think this game could have gone any more perfectly. Because now that they've seen Reanimate actually do some good stuff in the matchup, I think they're definitely going to keep it in the cage. And it's not even that good against me. I have like one Reanimate that I think stays in. Because nothing else is that great. That was insane. All right, I mean, we'll just hope for a strong 7 and hope that we can beat them before stock up grinds us out. This is tricky. Yep. Got our Force of Will. Magus. Oh man, don't really want to have to counter that. What choice do I have? Forcing back? Shit, I don't have any bolts in my deck. I have a lot of basics. Is this really how it's gonna end? By Magus? Out of Sneak and Show? Hmm. Okay, maybe not. There might be hope. Shuffle that. Jeez, this is stressful. Kolaghan's Command. Oh, man. Cast Brainstorm. Tamiya will just block Magus forever, provided I don't have to force. Could be worse. Yep. Force. I was thinking about if I had to extract force before I did that, but it felt risky. But now it's seeming like maybe it was the right thing to do. Time's running out. Jesus. Oh, man, they used their blue mana to do that. Oh, now they'd have a basic island, probably. That's not good. Nimble. Alright. Time to ambush you. See if I can come back from it, though. I need them to not have Red Blast. I need so many things to go right here. Okay. Show and tell. Swamp. Island. I think I'll extract... What do I extract? Force of Will? Doesn't really make sense. You discard. I get back Tamio. Force of Will. So we know they have a monster in hand. All I have is a bunch of Bowmasters. Wish I could Thoughtseize if I had one more life. All I can really do is draw step, extract show and tell. Well, unless they surveil to the top, I guess. No, okay. Where are they going again? Yeah, that's a lot of selection. Put a card on top. Alright. Let's jumble it up, I guess. And it is Emrakul. Good to know. How can I gain life? Don't think it's really possible outside of Baraglyph, because I side out my clings, right? Yeah. Alright, help me out here. Shit. Too stressful. Put that on top. They top deck sneak attack. They do have red. But now I have snap. Force of will. They're really gonna make me do it, huh? They hit that top deck. This is where they need that Grafdigger's Cage. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Well, I can't believe that worked. This is one of the most insane leagues ever, huh? Jesus. My heart. I can't keep playing matches like that. Or maybe I can. Maybe that's what makes it all worth it. Alright. Quick little wrap up here. I hope we're living up to our reputation as the top control deck in the Legacy meta. And I don't actually think you should be playing a 1 of Reanimate, but I do want to acknowledge it's a very splashy and powerful card and can do some really interesting things against your Reanimator or Sneak and Show opponents. But I think you're probably better off playing responsibly and having a Spell Pierce in that slot or something like that. Same with Stock Up. I think there are better options. Or if you just want to play a less expensive card in general, it's probably to the deck's benefit. I loved the sideboard though this league. The sideboard felt great. Oh geez, that was crazy. You gotta give me a sub and a like for that one, right? That was crazy. And if you really liked it, consider checking out the Patreon. The more support I get over there, the better I can make this channel. Oh yeah, I wanted to introduce a new sub goal for, we're at 1.4 right now. If we get to 1.5, we'll do another Q&A. And once we get to the big 2K, I'll make an intro. Something like that. Okay. Whew. Gonna go try and calm down after that. Thanks for sticking with me, as always, and we'll see you next time.